Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, March 9th. To clean up from all the high winds yesterday, we had a peak wind gust of 74 miles recorded at Henderson, and a number of other locations recording 60-mile-an-hour plus winds as well. And we certainly found out some things about some of our weather stations where we may need to relocate some of those. The big story is going to be the winter cold over the next 10 days, and again, we could expect some snow, maybe a couple periods of it. Not a lot right now. Looks like the bulk of the significant snows are going to stay across the Ohio Valley and Corn Belt, and then into the northeastern states. You can see over the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to be a little bit colder than normal with above normal precipitation. So we certainly could see the ground lighten up again. Good thing about it, with the high sun angle this time of year, that snow doesn't usually last very long. If we look at the normals of the day, our normal high is 39, the normal low is 20. You can see we did get 10 inches of snow back in the state in 1942. And if we look at the next slide, you can see the warmest and coldest temperatures across the lower 48 yesterday. 89 degrees at McAllen, Texas, and the cold spot 3 above zero at War Road, Minnesota. If we look at conditions around the area yesterday, you can see temperatures mainly in the 40s. And again, the warmest spot 49 at Blissfield, and the lowest temperature 33 at Marlette. There are about 5 stations right now we've got to get back up and running, so some of this low temperatures and definitely some of the wind speeds will probably be needing to be adjusted. And you can see the peak wind gusts 74 miles per hour at Henderson, 64 at Tupperville, Ontario, 60 at London, and those are converted from kilometers to miles per hour. 58 at Brown City, 57 miles per hour at Marlette. So again, some very, very windy conditions around the area, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands across the state, closing many schools during the afternoon. If we look at the next shot, you can see temperatures out there this morning quite a bit colder than a day ago. Temperatures mainly in the 30s, and you can see some of these weather stations that are offline right now, and hopefully we'll get those back up here very shortly. If we look at the wind flow map from yesterday, you can see those winds are getting ready to just buffet the state of Michigan. And if we look at winds this morning, quite a bit lighter, and you can see most of the windiest conditions are now well off to our northeast, so a little bit back to normal. But again, you can see where there's a Bear Clinic zone kind of setting up, and this is going to be kind of where the storm tracks are going to come through. And again, the first couple stay south of us. The one for early next week is, I think, at least the southern part of the state. Chance for some accumulating snow right now, nothing too heavy, but we really got to watch that system for Monday and Tuesday. If it gets stronger and cuts a little farther north, we could be looking at some significant snowfall here for the Great Lakes. But again, that's something we've got several days to watch. And if we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see that big storm that brought those pretty dynamic winds across the state now moving off, and then we got more Pacific moisture coming in with cold air to the north, and we're going to again see a storm track set up well to our south. But we could see some snow showers across much of the MAC area today into tonight. Again, no major accumulations, maybe just a dusting in some spots. And if we look at the radar map this morning, you can see that area, some light snow and snow showers extending back into Minnesota and Wisconsin. Again, those will all be moving through the area. Again, the best chance of snow, not only for today and into early next week, is going to be as you get into southern lower Michigan as it looks right now. On the weather map, you can see that first low pressure system that'll be moving off to our southeast. A little bit stronger one will come in and bring some more significant snows as we get into the week, or Friday into Saturday, across much of the Ohio Valley. And then we're going to watch the last in a series of these storms that could bring us a significant storm. What we expect on that last storm is for it to track into the Ohio Valley, and then a new redevelopment off the east coast that will move to the northeast and bomb out, and that could give them a very significant snowstorm as you get into late Monday or more likely Tuesday into Wednesday in the northeastern states. And you can see by Friday morning that the most active period or active areas of snow off to our south, and then by Friday you can see some significant snows across the Tennessee Valley into the Virginias. And again, we're going to wait for the last in a series of these systems moving along that area. That'll be the strongest one, and that could again turn out to be a little bit more impactful than what the models are showing right now. So again, we're keying on the Monday and Tuesday time frame here for the Great Lakes. If we're going to see anything significant, that would be the time that we could expect it. As far as precipitation, over the next 7 days, you can see the bulk of the moisture going to be across the Tennessee Valley to the Gulf states, to the southeastern states, and then up the east coast. For the state of Michigan, again, mainly light precipitation amounts, especially across southern lower Michigan, maybe a quarter of an inch. That would all be in the form of snow. So there could be some accumulations in parts of the MAC area by next week. As far as the snowfall here over the next 7 days, you can see again the very active pattern setting up to our southwest, down into the Ohio Valley, and then to the northeastern states for the Great Lakes. Maybe some accumulating snow, especially across the southern parts of the state. And now if we look at Weather Watch this morning, again, the big story is going to be the cold air coming up here over the next 10 days. Wind chill advisories are in effect. And again, that cold air is going to be coming through here later today with an Arctic front. And then tomorrow, we're going to have high temperatures in 20s, gusty winds and wind chills down in perhaps the single digits, maybe even below zero across portions of central and northern lower Michigan. And then you can see the fire danger has shrunk with some precipitation out there, and winter weather advisories across the areas around eastern Ohio into Pennsylvania. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.